Hey guys, welcome. In this video, we're going to look at simplifying rational expressions. So a rational expression is something that is in a ratio, like a fraction or like this expression. It's a ratio. We have a number or an expression over another expression. And so when we're asked to simplify this, what we want to do is get out any common factors, cancel out any common factors. So let me expand this expression because 9 can be rewritten as 3 times 3, x squared is x times x. So that's our numerator. In the denominator, we can write 3 times 8 times x. And now we can cancel any common factors. The 3 over the 3 cancels out, and this x and this x. So our simplified form is going to be 3x over 8. Now, we don't always need to expand everything, but when you're first learning this, it is helpful to do that. And I definitely want to show you how this is happening to clarify how we get to this. Now, here's another example. Let's say we have x over 7x squared. So I'll just expand that again. So here we just have that one factor of x in the numerator, and in the denominator we have a 7 times an x times another x. Now we cancel any common factors, and we are going to write what is left here. Now, this is where I want you to be really careful because I see people make this kind of mistake all the time, and I want to clarify that when we cancel this x and this x, it doesn't mean there's nothing left in the top. If it helps you, remember that x divided by x is 1, and you can just even write a 1 up there as you're doing the canceling, because that helps you remember that in the final version it is 1 over 7x. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that I want to help you avoid. Is sometimes people will just write whatever was in the denominator all by itself, like it's not even in a fraction or rational expression anymore, and that would just be, flat out wrong. It's got to be, if it's in the denominator, it's staying there, and there's a 1 up here. So just be on the lookout for that. Be extra careful. As you're canceling out, it can help to write that number 1. So it's 1 over 7x. Now let's say we have something a little more involved, like x squared minus 25 over x squared plus 10x plus 25. So another common mistake or error I see people wanting to make is they'll want to try to cancel out something like these 25s or the x squareds, and you cannot do that. We cannot cancel something when there's a plus or minus sign there because it's not a factor. See, notice here we only were canceling factors, things that are being multiplied by something else. These are being multiplied by something else. These are not being multiplied when they're in this form. So we have to get them into a form that lets us do some canceling. So we have to do some factoring. So there's another video I've posted on difference of squares factoring. So check that out if you need a review. But x squared minus 25 will factor into x plus 5 times x minus 5. And then this expression is a trinomial square, and it factors into x plus 5 times x plus 5. So being confident in your factoring and being accurate in your factoring is super important to get correct answers when you're simplifying rationals. Okay, so now we have things that are being multiplied. We have factors, like this whole thing is a factor, this whole thing is a factor, this whole thing, and this whole thing. Each of those 4 things is a factor. And then if you have factors in common, you can cancel those out. And our final answer in this case is going to be x minus 5 divided by x plus 5. And that's it. So please be careful about those 2 major errors that are very tempting, but watch out for those and it will help you get your rational expression simplification down really good. So if you have any questions or examples you'd like to see, please leave that in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.